Hello everybody, welcome back to another Pop Encounter video. Rachel here. Continuing with Soichiro's route. We're on chapter 7, which is Separate Paths. Crystal. When I turned around, it wasn't Soichiro, but his younger brother. Okay, Chiro, sorry, you sound so much like Soichiro. He seemed different than he was last time. A patient, angry at me? Did you give him my letter? Huh? The letter? Don't tell me you forgot after I begged you like that. A dark light was in his eyes. This is real bad. I won't let my brother abandon me now. What are you talking about? He would never. Did you say something to me? Huh? That's it. Must be it. I can't believe he'd abandon me now of all times. Not after he supported me all this year. So what the hell did you say to him? What are you after, not giving him my letter and Sadizzy? Is it money? He slowly got closer, a frightening expression. I gave him the letter. I'm not trying to do anything to him. Thought with the pretense. Money's necessary. If I had it, I wouldn't be in this position. Not trying to hide irritation, he grabbed forcefully onto my shoulder. Let go of me! If you really gave him the letter, why is he still ignoring me? Why is he trying to take my future away from me? I shrank back at the fierce voice. Memories of being attacked in the park arrived in my head. This time he wasn't here to save me. I was on my own. Stop! Get off! What do you think you're doing? Suddenly, Keiichiro's hand was forcefully torn away from me. In front of my eyes was the strong back of my protector. Keiichiro, what is the meaning of this? I wasn't doing anything. I was just... Stop blaming everyone else. What on earth did Crystal ever do to you? Soichiro. With the trembling hands, I grabbed onto the hem of his clothes. Crystal. The moment I heard that voice, my shoulder sank with relief, shivers spreading through my body. He gently put an arm around my shoulders. Don't involve her in our issues anymore. I didn't do anything wrong. She'd done like I'd asked and given you the letter. She did. I got your letter. But then why? We'll talk about this later. Trying to avoid me again? You never change. I'm not avoiding anything. It's simply more important to me now that you leave Crystal alone. I'm sure you've at least that much discretion. Fine, I'll leave for today, but just go. I listened to the sound of retreating footsteps. The arm around my shoulders tightened. I'm so sorry, Crystal. It's all because of me that you had to go through that. Soichiro, the fear of being attacked had been revived full force and wouldn't ease. I couldn't even bear to look him in the eye. Oh. His face looked so much like Keiichiro's, the man who just grabbed my shoulder. I instantly shoved my way free of his arm. Are you afraid of me? There was no reason I should be. Please be honest. Do I scare you? It's strange. I know you would never do anything like that, and yet... Crystal. He wrapped me in a tight embrace. Look at me, the real me, not anyone else. Soichiro? My gaze met with a pair of concerned eyes. I could see my own similar expression reflected inside. Lips covered mine. This kiss was obviously different than the last one. At the mercy of intense sensations, everything else slipped away from my mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. I finally managed to get out the word among heaving breaths. The kind voice echoed against my ear. I would never do anything to hurt you. Please don't be afraid of me. I don't think I could bear it seeing you look at me like that. Soichiro. I grabbed him in a tight hug, my hands finally no longer shaking. He soothingly stroked my back, as if comforting a kid. Sorry. It's alright. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here. Okay. I stayed like that for a while, being calmed by his embrace. Once I'd finally calmed down, I suddenly felt embarrassed and stepped back. I'm okay now. I'm sorry I freaked out like that. You did nothing wrong. I'm the one who should apologize for causing pain. Soichiro. I have, haven't I? Unable to quite deny it, I stayed quiet. Why? Sorry, why did you come? Mamoru told me he'd passed you on your way home. He told me he'd seen Keiichiro looking upset and something might have happened. I had a bad feeling, sadly. My intuition about such things is often right. So you just came running out here still dressed like that? How could I take the time to change knowing you could be in danger? I'm really sorry about all this. It's fine. Everyone encouraged me to come. So what about Adir? I have Mr. Sonata's watching things. Minoru? The chimes in Adir jingled as I walked in. Hey, Soichiro. Hey, Crystal, come, have a seat. It was the following afternoon that I'd come while it was still light outside. I'd accepted his offer and took a seat at the counter. There was a stool's width of distance between us. Why are you sitting over there? But, well, somehow embarrassed I couldn't get the words out, probably because of the kiss we shared. I'd even had dreams. And now, you look a little flushed. Have you caught a cold? No, I'm fine. You may just not have noticed it yet. With that, he brought his hand to my forehead. My heart sped up. You don't seem to have a fever, but Crystal? Yes. Your face is quite red. Don't worry about me. My only good redeeming quality is my own good health. I need to quit right-clicking. I'm sure that's not all you have. As he looked at me kindly, I couldn't say anything. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry I'm annoying you. Were you doing it on purpose? You just have the cutest reactions. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I'm a little anxious at the moment. Anxious? Why? The reason I asked you to come here today was to talk to you about Soichiro. Soichiro, would you mind listening to me? I averted my gaze and looked at the countertop. I wondered what scenes were in those eyes. Yeah, sure, I'd like to know more. We used to be very close. He was a lot younger than me, and I just adored him. He was practically always at my side. But how can I put this? I found a crucial difference between the two of us. What kind? For as long as I can remember, I've been more skilled at things than the average person. It sounds silly to talk about myself like that, but I was fairly good at most everything I tried. Because of that, I never stuck to one thing very long. No matter what I tried, no sooner did I start to enjoy it than I'd already mastered it. When I realized that about myself, I started to feel life was boring. So I became horribly jealous of my brother. Of Soichiro? He had a lot of things I didn't. He was always bad at everything, but that was also why everything was fun for him. I can't tell you how often I felt envious, watching him continue to improve at something. Soichiro started working with flowers on a whim. Unlike myself, who'd studied them since I was young. You did it too? It was small, but my family had run a flower arranging school for generations. Thus it was easy to get recognized, and my parents were pleased. I just followed the rules and put them together half-heartedly. But Soichiro was different. His arrangements had a magic to them. You could see his own heart and soul in every piece. Whereas mine were decently presentable, his could move people. I quit flower arranging and I made myself a vow. From that point on, I would spend my life supporting Soichiro's talent. It was because of his turbulent emotions that he was able to make such moving arrangements. I vowed to use all of my many skills to make up for Soichiro's shortcomings. So does that mean you've been living your life all this time for his sake? Exactly. I've lived for the sake of making him a successful flower arranger. At some point, seeing his dream come true became my dream as well. So whenever I heard he was struggling financially, I didn't hesitate to support him. I was under the illusion I was helping. Illusion? I remember what you said about his flower arrangement that day. That piece was about Soichiro and myself. It was you and Soichiro? What do you mean? All the time I've been trying to protect him. Rather, if it hadn't been for me, his talent never would have achieved this level of success. But now I'm at a crossroads. I have to decide whether to keep him under my protection, or whether to let him go and let him aim for a higher world. It was you that made me realize that. Me? Your words were what made me think and gave me the courage to walk a different path. Soichiro. It's scary. I spent many years living an empty life. Without Soichiro's a reason for living, I don't know how to. But he paused and looked back at me. His eyes filled with loving tenderness pierced through me. My heart raced. I want to try living alongside someone else now. Not in support from the shadows, but a mutual under the sunlight. Soichiro, do you mean? I couldn't finish my sentence out loud. He just smiled and squeezed my hand. The warmth from his body spread through mine. Certainly he felt the same way. To that end, I had no choice but to separate myself from Soichiro. Separate? Don't put it like that. You guys are still brothers. I suppose so. Well, put a little distance between us at least then. Please talk to him and make up. I intend to. I wonder, you're so smart and kind. What do you mean? I feel like once you know your words might make someone angry, you tend not to say anything. I can't deny that. I knew it. Somehow finding the conversation amusing, we both smiled. He'd be okay. I'm sure he could do it. And make things right again. I'm sure if you tell him how you feel, he'd understand. Don't be afraid. Have it out with him. I'll root for you. After I finished, it felt like I might have phrased that a little strange. Upon hearing it, another amused smile crossed Soichiro's lips. You're very strong, Crystal. Where'd that come from? I'm not strong at all. You're the one who's strong. You've helped me so many times. No, you're the one who's always helping me. Soichiro, let's not talk about this anymore. It's a beautiful day. Why don't we go outside, huh? I need to stock more wine anyway. You said before you wanted to come sometime. You remembered? I have a good memory. I am a bartender, you know. What's that supposed to mean? It's a necessary skill. I have to be able to remember my customers' favorite drinks. Then you probably remember exactly how to make me happy, too. I do. As for you... At that point, he cut off his sentence and entwined our hands. Oh, whenever I take your hand like this, you blush and make the happiest face. You really don't have to spell it out for me like that. I quickly blushed, just like he said. Slightly frustrated, I put my forehead onto his shoulder. It makes you happy too, doesn't it, when I do this? How did you... Obvious enough to me. I've been watching you all this time. How could I claim to like you and not notice that much? Even the fact you say things like that, I feel even happier one by one. Does that make you happy? I doubt there's anyone whom it wouldn't. As he flirtatiously replied, he stood up from his chair. All of a sudden, the loud jangling of the door chimes rang out across the bar. The door had been violently flung open. Soichiro marched in with angry steps. The pleasant atmosphere was absolutely destroyed, replaced by tension. While I'm out there practically struggling, you're in here doing what? I can't believe the depths of your betrayal. In the same instant, dozens of emotions crossed Soichiro's face. Glaring at Soichiro, he spat out his feelings. Why are you trying to get into my way now? Get in your way? I know how Crystal feels about you, and I know it must feel good having such a pretty girl take care about you. But is that really reason enough to abandon me after everything we had? You always said it was your dream too, didn't you? To see our parents' work and legacy passed through me? To see me recognized? And yet, that's precisely why I'm doing this. It has nothing to do with her. What do you mean? An oppressive silence set in. Soichiro was obviously waiting for an answer. But Soichiro showed no sign of opening his mouth to reply. Why won't you say anything? If there's some reason you can give me to make me understand, tell me. Is there a reason you ripped my dream out from under me? Soichiro, tell him. If you don't, neither of you can move forward. No, if you don't hash it out now, you'll never move another step. I suppose you're right. We have to keep going forward. No matter how painful it is, we must move forward down our own paths. Soichiro finally resolved cast a smile my way. It must have been hard for him, I imagine. Soichiro, no matter what you say, I won't be giving you any more money. I'm not saying it to be mean, I'm simply being honest. It's time. Time? It's time. Time? Now time to abandon me? I have never once intended to abandon you. If that's true, he never finished his sentence, or rather he wasn't able to. Without glancing away, Soichiro's eyes remained firmly on his brother's face. Residing in those eyes was a strength that left no room for discussion. I saw your piece. You did? It was a wonderful arrangement. As always, I thought it embodied the two of us. It was. It was supposed to be the image of us looking to the sky. It was so honored you chose to represent me that way. The way my flowers were looking over yours as they turned up. It was a perfect representation. If you understood, why won't you give me any more? I need the support. You know better how useless I am at supporting myself. Can't keep living like this. Why? Why can't I keep aiming for greater heights like we are? Because under my protection, just like you say, you're doing nothing more than aiming. That's where the problem is. You were never meant to be a flower in a greenhouse. You're supposed to bloom out in the field, beaten by the wind and rain, but strong and proud. That's why we would create art that touches people like you do. You finally got the soil under your roots to blossom by your own strength. If I continue to interfere, you will never get any taller than you already have. So you're saying you're pulling away like this for my sake? I know it may not seem that way to you, but I do want to see you exposed to the turmoil of the world. To see what kind of feelings, what kind of flowers you can make. Because I'm the greatest fan you'll have. At last, Soichiro's expression changed. We can't continue living our lives while relying on one another. I doubt you're relying on me for anything at all, though. No, in fact, it's I who'd be lost without you. Soichiro looked at him confused. That was the correct reaction. Anyone would feel the same. It was impossible to imagine Soichiro depending on Soichiro for anything. I've been living my life for the purpose of seeing you be an artist. What are you saying? But I don't know how I may look in your eyes. Someone who could do anything, achieve some degree of success in whatever he tries. And maybe the person you see me as. Exactly that. Thousands of times I thought, what's the point? He could do it better. The whole reason I've been able to keep working hard is because I knew you depended on me. The reason I've applied myself so much is because I was doing it for you. I right-clicked again, sorry. I would have been the poor one suffering if it weren't for my poor, helpless brother. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I'm putting an end to that now. His hand gently curled around my hips. Do you mean because you found someone else you need to support more? At Soichiro's question, Soichiro pulled me closer. Yes, I want to try living my life for her now. For me? I want to spend the rest of my life not belittling and pitying someone else, but in the kind of relationship where we can mutually support. I know that may sound crazy to you. You're really serious. You know better than... God, I right-clicked again. You know better than anyone I'm not the type to say such a thing in jest. He replied, mimicking Soichiro's own phrasing from moments ago. I guess you're right. You would never make a joke like that when they're standing there. An astonished smile crossed Soichiro's lips. This is the first woman I've ever truly wanted to love with all I have. I want to treasure her. I never thought the day would come. People can change, you know. Do you think I can too? Of course I can. Of course. I'm sure of it. The brothers then smiled similar smiles. Thank goodness they could be brothers again. This is great you made up finally. It's thanks to you. No, I didn't do... I was interrupted by the sound of door chimes. Ooh, boy. I might actually do Chapter 8 today, too, now that I think about it. But we'll see. Anyway, that was Chapter 7 of Soichiro's Route. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time with whatever. Bye!